What's up, everybody? It's your boy Static. I just got a short message for some of y'all people that like to watch Twitch and YouTube and other content creators. And it's just something that I think y'all really need to pay attention to. Now, guys, I know you see women on the internet, and some of them are incredible, they're beautiful, and in many cases are good at what they do. But for the love of all things holy, leave those women alone. Leave them alone. Period. There's a reason why I'm talking about this, by the way. But let me start with you with my personal story so I'm not coming off as a hypocrite. I'm not perfect by no means. Don't get that twisted. I am by far from that. But I'm not afraid to admit that I've been dealing with shit the wrong way. I haven't had to deal with this so much recently. But some years ago, I befriended a content creator of a different type. I won't say anything more than that, but I befriended a content creator who I intended on actually dating. Well, the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, she still lived her life just like I lived mine, and no matter how much I tried to pursue and woo her, things never went to that level. And she eventually cut me off because I was just a bother to her. Okay, whatever. But I say this because I was seeing something on Twitter that really made me cringe. Long story short, there was this dude who made a rant and it got shared on Twitter from somebody else that I followed. She commented on how wrong this entire thought process that this dude had was, and she was damn right about it. This dude really wanted to try and inject himself into this woman's life by means of stalking, essentially. There's no other way to put it, honestly. So, as someone that I sit here and think about with some of the interactions that I've dealt with women, I just find myself thinking to myself, it is just much easier to leave women alone in general when they don't know who you are. Instead of trying to bug them in places, going the conventional route X, Y, and Z, and trying to intentionally get this woman to notice you, get whatever women to notice you, rather than just going about your business. It's okay sometimes to not be noticed, as hard as that may sound. This is coming from somebody that's extremely lonely on a regular basis. It is hard to sometimes think that you're supposed to go out and try to approach everybody to try and get things to go your way. Sometimes we need to learn how to sit back and just say, you know what? I may be pining, but it is what it is. Live my life and try and find somebody new the more natural way. Period. Sometimes we do make unconventional friendships and unconventional relationships, but they are unconventional for a reason. There is no need to try and force things just because you want somebody that probably doesn't know you exist. Let's just be real about this. These streamers, these content creators are creating content for your enjoyment. These aren't people that know you personally. So it is very unfair to suggest that if you try to get to know them personally, they can become somebody very important to you. And that's a mistake that even as of recently I kind of have made because of a particular streamer whose name I won't mention. I can say this about a couple of them, honestly, that thankfully I haven't had to worry about in the grand scheme of things. But I do find myself with two particular female streamers that I have wanted to be an integral part of their lives in some sort of way and wanted to feel special to them. One of the reasons why nothing like that has ever happened because I realized less is more and I have to be comfortable playing the role that I play. Having said that, these two women if I were to acknowledge being in their chat or whatever, XYZ, however you want to call it, they know that I exist in some form or fashion. And one of them is still actually someone that I am lucky to call a friend to this day. I really could say that about both of them. But one in particular that I actually do have a major crush on, who I won't mention by name, is somebody that I can say that I'm very fortunate to be able to call my friend. And I've actually gotten close to a lot of people that are content creators as a result of just simply being there for those same creators when they need a friend of sorts. And sometimes that's okay to be as well, but it's never okay to feel like you have to interject yourself into somebody else's life, male, female, or something in between, non-binaries, to just try and get somebody's approval, especially as a content creator who is simply trying to create content to make their own living. In addition to simply being their friend, you also have to realize and recognize a time where they don't need you as well, because you're not going to always be able to do the things that they need, and simply trying to be that super solution problem solver for everything that they do, it creates more of a problem than it does creating a solution at times. So you have to learn how to sometimes fall back as well. If you cannot be comfortable in your own skin, you can't be comfortable making somebody else happy. And I'm not one of those people that like to be saying this old bullshit cliche about you have to be able to love yourself before you can love somebody else, because that's bullshit. But what I am saying is that you have to be self-aware enough to know when you are in tune with a person or when you're not in tune with a person, and know when to just come in, do what you need to do, or just sometimes just back the hell up, relax, and let them sometimes do their own thing. Because every life and every situation is drastically different. So when I say leave these women alone, that's exactly what I mean. I'm going to try and do a few more of these snippets here and there throughout the year. And I want you guys to be able to comment on what you think on the videos, and just so we can have open discussion about these types of things. Because I think sometimes when I get into my thought process like this, I want to know if I really am right or if I'm really wrong, if there's something I'm missing, etc. Because these one-way conversations don't work. I think we need to have an open conversation about a lot of things that don't necessarily have open conversations about. So I think it's just good that we have a time to sit down and be healthy about this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to hear more, because I'm going to be coming back with these clips a lot more often. And I want you guys to check me out on Twitch as well. At the end of the video here shortly, you'll get a link to the Twitch and my Twitter as well. So thank y'all for listening. It's your boy Static. I'm out.